Hey guys, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a knife video for you. Today I've got a Ferrum Forge. This is another Ferrum Forge Civivi or We collaboration. This is going to be the Prolix. I'm not going to open the box because it's pretty boring. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the knife. Now I have to tell you guys, this knife comes with a little warning, and that is read the specs on the stuff you're going to buy. I really liked the Stinger. It was a little small for me, but when I saw this, I assumed it would be about the size of the Stinger. And when I saw the cool Wharncliffe design, I was like, yep, let's check this thing out. So I went ahead and got one from Justin over at White Mountain Knives. Sadly, this is much smaller. So this is actually quite a bit smaller than the Stinger, and it's small enough for me that it really feels awkward and kind of bothers me. Now, if you're used to small knives, you're probably fine. But notice I can't get a 4-finger grip on this. That alone pretty much puts me off completely. I just cannot stand knives that I can't get a 4-finger grip on. But the other thing is, I find when I'm trying to use it, it's a little bit awkward. Like I can use it, right? I can get it to do what I need it to do, but I always feel like I've got to readjust it in my hand and like I have a hard time getting a hold of it. Thankfully, there's this finger choil up here that does sort of, save it a little. Let me give you a quick rundown on the size and weight first of all, so that you don't make the mistake that I made. Hold on, I think I knocked my camera a little bit there. There we go. So 6 5/8 inches overall, so not even 7 inches long. 2 7/8 on the blade, so not even 3 inches. 3 3/4 inches on the handle. The grip area is only 2 3/4 inches, and of course it's very lightweight, only weighs in at 2.7 ounces, which is to be expected for a knife of this size. Now in terms of features, this is actually pretty cool. So up here we have this very nice Wharncliffe blade shape, flat grind, nice and thin behind the edge, opening hole, really nice top swedge here, fairly thin stock, a little bit of jimping. And so the blade itself is actually pretty interesting and rather attractive. Moving on, we've got, of course, a bearing flipper, which is, Civivi is really, really good at building these, and this one is no exception. I will say this, the action on this and the fidget factor is quite high, even though, I do find it a little awkward because of the small size. Nitro V steel, sorry about that, should have mentioned that. I do like the opening hole, and you can spidey flick this knife. I'll just quickly demonstrate for you. There you go. G10 scales, proud liners. Okay, so that means the liners come just a little bit past the G10 scales. All right, G10 backspacer, nice deep carry clip with a flush screw, the way you would expect. All right, and look, guys, if you always carry a really small knife, you're probably more used to this than I am, and so maybe, maybe I'm over exaggerating, but for me, this is actually too small. I have a size large hand, and I cannot get a full 4-finger grip on this unless I move forward into the choil. Now that does work okay, and in this grip, I can see this being useful and somewhat functional, but even just manipulating the knife opening and closing it feels a little awkward to me because of the small size. So there you go. First impression, smaller than I thought. That's the main thing. I do love the design. I think this is a very attractive looking knife, and I've got to give, you guys know I'm a Ferrum Forge fan, and this knife is no exception. I do consistently like their designs. And so this one, if you like small knives, if you're used to that, if you want a really good action, a really fidgety knife that's definitely on the small side, this could be really, really good for you. For me, I'm going to give it a try. I'm still going to force myself to use this and carry it for a while and do a review, but it really is too small for me to find really, really enjoyable. Thanks a lot for watching. I know I just picked on one major feature the whole time, but that's, that's the nature of a first impression. Sometimes you get something in hand and you're like, what the heck? And that happened to be today's video. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll talk to you soon.